So, it's all over the internet that Hulk Hogan, you know who Hulk Hogan is, the big, gigantic wrestler guy that people have been watching all over the years, has passed away at the age of 71 today. And I see a lot of people talking about it. You know, Hulk Hogan would have never gave anybody who looks like me or has my skin color a RIP.
And people labeled Hulk Hogan a racist when that happened, you know. Not when that happened, but when he made his comments and whatnot, people label him a racist. And I say, you normally know a racist by the people that they hang with, their friends. You normally know a racist by, you know, their kids, you know. And I said at that moment when I said that about Hulk Hogan, I said, man, that was a moment right there for Hulk Hogan if he was a racist. I said, a racist would have said, man, I'm finna get this sucker fired. I'm gonna do my best to get him out of here. A racist would have said, man, I'm gonna have him working for me now. You know, that's what a racist would have did. But I asked Hulk Hogan, you know, why didn't he get me fired? Why didn't he go to the office and lobby to get me out of there? And he goes, it was like he was in shock. He was like, brother, I heard that word, you know, many times, and so it wasn't anything. He said, and most of all, I wouldn't go and try to get another one of the wrestlers fired, as well as the following day in catering. It's crazy. Macho Man Savage, Hulk Hogan, my brother and myself, we're in catering, and Macho Man Savage sees Hulk Hogan. He says, Hulk, what do you think about Booker T calling you the N-word? And Hulk Hogan goes, well, if I'm an N-word, I'm a good N-word. And that was it. And Hulk Hogan and I, from that moment in the 90s, we never spoke about that until just last week on my radio show. That's how irrelevant it really was.
And it's really sad when anyone passes away. But I really don't feel anything because I know for a fact that he didn't like us. He never hid the fact that he didn't like us, you know, but it's very sad when someone passes away, whether they were young or whether they were old, whether they were famous or whether they was just a regular person, you know. I really don't even know what to say, man, but I had to say something. So I don't think we're going to see people on here crying over him passing away. I don't see we're going to see people on here spazzing out over his passing. 71 years old, you're up there in age. That means you lived a pretty good life. You lived a really, really good life to make it to see 71. Some people don't even make it to see 17, 18, 27. Some people don't even make it that far in life. He made it that far. He was successful. So I'm letting you guys know that I don't feel no type of way. I don't feel no emptiness inside because this is the man who didn't like us anyway. But because I know of him, I've grown up seeing some of the skits that he's did on television in the wrestling ring. I'm going to give him an RIP. But just know, he would have never did it for us, man. Ever. I'm out.
What's up? We also appreciate y'all for tapping into my channel. The clip of the show, y'all, was Booker T. And he was reacting to Hulk Hogan passing away. And to be honest, I feel torn right now because, you know, we all grew up with Hulk Hogan, you know, in the WrestleMania. But at the end of the day, Hulk Hogan, he was, unfortunately, he was very, I would say that he made some very harsh statements about, you know, black people. He called black people, you know, N-word and things like that. So that's why, you know, personally, I don't support him anymore. And I stopped supporting him after I heard a recorded phone call when he said these kind of things to his, you know, friend. But, you know, of course, it's, you know, a loss for his family, his, you know, son and daughter, and also his wife. So I understand that part. But when it comes to me supporting him, you know, nah, I can't do that. Not after all the things that he said about black people, you know. So I actually want to know what you think about this. So make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.